But I think about all the years that I missed out on my life when it comes to dating. And I mean, you're talking about a guy that's not happy with what's on his plate. The dating market has gotten so competitive throughout the years. It's just, you know, it's just frustrating, and it all comes out, man. What can I say, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? It all comes out. All the frustration, you know. I gotta vent somehow. This is one of the reasons why I keep doing this channel, because it feels good to vent, man. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do a video within a couple of days, man, I start talking to myself. I start getting, you know, I start getting more frustrated, and I don't have no place to vent. And YouTube is therapeutic, man. Like Black Ram said, being on YouTube is therapeutic. You know, my voice is being heard. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to the people or I talk to my subscribers that can relate to my struggle. You see what I'm saying? We all struggling in the dating market. You know, you know. Some people say, "Well, Hellcat man, you know, this and that, this and this. How come you ain't had a girlfriend or this and that?" I'm like, bruh, I'm a normie. Normies are struggling in the date market. Normies are forced to date down. I don't want to date down. I think I'm too good to date down. I feel like once I get my bread right, which is not my bread still ain't right. A few jackpots, a few jackpots don't get your bread right. To me, you see what I'm saying? Just a few $100,000. That's not even. You don't even have, retirement funds. That's not even retirement funds. It's not enough. You can't retire on $200,000 unless you're like 70. And I'm just not happy about what's on my plate. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to have that in the bank anyway. 200 grand at a certain age. You're supposed to have that in the bank anyway for retirement. Unless you want to work, unless you want to work until you drop, until you die. You see what I'm saying? So I was just venting yesterday, man. I had a few drinks and stuff, you know, and I just started thinking all the struggle I went through, bro. You see what I'm saying? All the struggle I went through in the dating market of dating women that I'm not attracted to. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I dated a few women before the pandemic, and I just was not attracted to these women, bro. I just was not attracted to these females. They were around my age. They were overweight. One had short hair. She had a okay butt. Her face wasn't sub 5 or anything, but she had kids by another man, and she had short hair. The only thing I liked about her was her titties. She had big titties. That was it. So she had these big, huge titties. That was the only thing I really liked about her, and that's what really got me going. That's what really, that's what really made me, get her number. Okay, so I don't know what happened. I hope it doesn't cut off again. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the two women I dated before the pandemic. You know, I think it was at the beginning of the pandemic, really. Yeah, it was at the beginning of the pandemic, at the very beginning, when things were getting bad. And I'm like, man, I don't want to date these women, man. I'm not attracted to these women. You know, I'm not attracted to these females, man. So I said, man, get your bread right, and you won't have to settle for less. Go overseas, man. Retire overseas. You know, you'll be surrounded by Asian women all over the place out in Thailand. You know, go ahead and you know go ahead, go out there and show your royal oats, and then settle down, and maybe have a kid or two. You know, get your pockets deep, man. Get your pockets deep. You won't have to you won't have to settle for less. You see, us men, we have to get out there and get that paper. You know, I come to realize that if I didn't get my bread right, I was gonna be, you know, in my situation for the rest of my life, and it was gonna get worse as the year goes by. You know, every year that goes by, every year that you don't have your bread together as an older man, it gets worse. The dating scene for you gets worse. You see what I'm saying? The dating scene gets worse if you don't have your bread right. That's why I say, man, get your bread right. And some guys don't like to hear it. Oh well, bro. Understand that, not getting your bread right throughout your whole entire life, bro, it would follow you. Like if you don't turn around and tackle the issue, the financial part, I mean, if you don't turn around and tackle it, it'll keep following you and following you and following you. You're gonna go to sleep, them issues gonna be there. You're gonna wake up, them issues are gonna be there every single day for the remainder days of your life. That issue, of getting your bread right will always follow you. Then it'll follow you to the grave too, until you get really, really old. You know what I'm saying? It's just never gonna go away until you take care of it. So you gotta spend, a lot of time like getting your bread right, so that way you can, you know, retire in these countries um without any problem. You know, because a lot of guys, they go out there to these, to these. I can't even talk. They go out there to these countries and they try to retire on like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, sometimes 50 or 60,000, and they end up coming back into the matrix. And I'm like, dude, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to retire on 30 or $40,000? You are smoking. You are on some drugs. You can't retire in these countries with that type of money. I don't care if you pinch. I don't care if you're 50 or 60 years old. That's not enough money, man. You're gonna be going out, hanging out. Don't forget about dating. See, a lot of cats, they forget about dating out there in those countries. Okay, they forget about buying, you know, the female something every now and then that you're with, taking her out to dinner, taking care of her and stuff like that. That money will start to shrink and shrink and shrink, and then before you know it, you're down to zero. A lot of guys out there like that, man. They got with the female of their dreams, and they ended up broke, homeless on the streets of Thailand.